Don't leave me hanging. It's go time.
Hey everybody, this is Josh, and here we have the exciting conclusion of the best of 5 series between oGsZenio, the red Zerg on the bottom right of Jungle Basin, and his opponent oGsTOP, the blue Terran on the top left of Jungle Basin. And I say exciting conclusion because this is Game 5 in a best of 5 series for the semifinals of the Kaspersky StarCraft 2 New Year's Invitational. The loser of this game will receive $100. The winner will move on into the finals where they will win either $400 for second place or $800 for first place. So they are looking to make a lot more money just by winning this single game. They've both won some impressive games already in the series. You don't often see a best of 5 series go to 5 games. Usually the better player will just win outright in 3-0 or 3-1. This is going to have to be a 3-2 because these players are quite evenly matched. They are teammates. They live together in Incheon, South Korea. Someone corrected my pronunciation in a previous video. Thank you for that. And yeah, this is actually a Russian tournament, and the reason they're not playing on their own accounts is because they're playing the games on the North American server, which I think is interesting for a Russian tournament, and also to be giving the prize money out in American dollars. But whatever, to each his own. All these OGS guys and Rhett from Team Liquid were invitees to this tournament, and they were automatically put in these quarterfinals. They faced European opponents from group stages in those quarterfinals, and all of the South Korean invitees moved on into the semis. Interesting stuff. Sho, Mana, Nama, and Strelok were the 4 European representers, and 3 of them were Terran. Jeez, just realized that. But Rhett and Zenio, both Zerg, top, the only Terran remaining in the tournament, and oGsMC being the only Protoss left in this tournament. Still pretty good parity, 1 of each and just 1 extra Zerg. Obviously can't have 1 of each with 4 players still remaining, but spawning pool now coming down for Zenio. His hatchery came down first. It is in a pretty well protected area here. He's got destructible rocks on the backside, and on the front he would have to walk all the way through Zenio's main, up and down those ramps to get to it. So Top has been showing a lot of early aggression with Marines. Looks like he is going to be doing it again, despite this map being possibly one of the worst maps for this bunker aggression with early 2 racks. He's going to do it anyway, because it's all he knows. He's done it every single game in this best of 5 series, so here he goes, dropping that bunker. He's got his first Marine showing up now. He's actually building 2 bunkers at once. His barracks are so far from these bunkers, but as long as he commits to it, he should be able to do at least a nice contain, if not a lot of damage. We'll see what ends up happening. Zenio is already getting Zergling speed upgraded. He's got a couple of lings out, but obviously this number of Marines would be able to dispatch those lings. A couple of drones starting now at this hatch that is completed. Marines now, all they have to do is bounce in and out, take some shots at those lings, run back to the bunkers whenever they feel threatened. There's not a Baneling nest or a Roach Warren going up just yet for Zenio. He doesn't have the gas required to really support that yet, and so Top actually going to be taking a nice little lead here on the mineral-only build. Zerglings are not enough to combat bunkers, SCVs, and Marines. An Overlord goes down there too, so that's going to supply block Zenio until he can get another one out. Another one does pop right there, but still lost time because now he has to morph a new one. Baneling nest is coming up now. Zergling speed still not finished yet, but Banelings, of course, will be a good deterrent for all these bunkers and Marines and SCVs. But now we've got 5 Marines already moving here. Not enough lings to deal with this. This SCV even comes to tag along. Another Overlord goes down. Zenio going to be slowed down even further. Another Overlord. That's 3 Overlords already in the first 5 minutes or so, for 6 minutes, literally, of the game. This hatchery has no defense here. These lings that pop out run away immediately to avoid a certain death, and this hatchery, don't see how he's going to be able to defend against it. He's only got a few lings up here at the top. The Baneling nest is done now. He does have some gas as well, can start morphing some of those, but it looks like he's using all his larvae right now on lings. He's building 12 at a time there. This hatch, still don't see how it's going to be able to live, even if one Baneling were to happen to magically kill all these Marines, which they can't because Baneling can't actually kill a Marine at full health. But the hatchery finally goes down. All these broodlings, Zenio picks this chance to actually surround and kill a lot of those Marines. Good thing he waited, but now all his Zerglings are stuck down here, and there's a bunker full of Marines up here at the top, and another bunker here. Could be full of Marines, not sure why they're just hanging around outside, exposed like that. Now it looks like he's pulling all his Marines out of these bunkers. Not sure what he's going to be doing. There goes the Banelings starting to morph. 5 Banelings coming up quickly, so Zenio chooses another, or actually Top chooses another wise timing to move in and try and kill off some Lings while these Banelings are incapacitated, still morphing, and oGsTOP is actually going to wall off Zenio from his own base. These Lings are not going to be able to run up here unless he builds some Banelings to help take this out. All these Banelings over here are done, and they do 35 damage versus light targets. Marines have 45 health naturally, so it takes 2 Banelings to kill a stack of Marines, at least 2 Banelings. And of course they do splash damage out in a radius where it does less and less damage the farther away from the center of the blast, so it could even take 3 Banelings to kill some of those Marines out on the fringe. Top, this is not his first time dancing with Banelings, so he's spreading out his Marines. He knows he doesn't want to clump those up and just have them absolutely demolished. He's got a lot of Marines still inside these bunkers as well. Lots of Banelings here, though. 11 Banelings is enough to actually destroy pretty much everything Top has got set up right here, and another Baneling morphing down here at the bottom with all these Lings. Zenio looks like he does have the ability to break this, but what has Top been doing in the meantime? We'll take a look after this little engagement. All the Banelings, some of them do get sniped, but the rest of these bunkers and Marines are finished off quite quickly by the Speedlings. The SCV also finished off. 2 Marines here are going to be caught out in the middle of nowhere and be totally slaughtered by Zerglings. So Top, now it's your turn to try to defend, buddy. He's building 3 bunkers immediately, 4 bunkers immediately, and a factory to try and get some Hellions out, but the Lings have already basically arrived. Some Banelings morphing here near the front entrance. Zenio doesn't know this, though, but there's only 2 Marines, so only, well, 4 Marines here to actually defend against this, so he actually could have gotten some free shots up there. Now that these Banelings are finished, he's going to want a few more. There he goes. He's going to look for the path of least resistance with these Banelings, the supply depot, of course, being the weakest building here at the front. No, it looks like he's going to back off, wait for even more reinforcements. Is he going to be rebuilding that hatchery? No, it looks like he isn't, but Top did manage to get an orbital command built. He's also feeding SCVs into gas first, which I think is interesting, so we'll see what he ends up teching to after that factory completes, or if his front line of 4 or 5 barracks here, 5 barracks, will be able to withstand these Banelings here from Zenio. Zenio's got 11 Banelings again, 3 more on the way. Looks like he might be morphing all of these Lings into Banelings before trying to smash into this giant wall. And Zenio kind of got, pinned into this position. He is rebuilding his hatchery now down to these natural, but he sort of got pinned into this tech path from that early aggression from Top. The supply depot goes down, the bunker goes down. Look at all these Speedlings still available for Zenio, trying to take out what they can. That last Baneling manages to splash a few Marines as well. Now the Zerglings are in the mineral line of Top, taking out everything they can. If he can kill off all these SCVs, that's of course going to be a huge swing in his favor. Looks like he's going to stop pursuing though and start attacking the supply depot. No, why would you do that? Chase these SCVs. They only have like 1 Marine back here to support them. He could have killed so many more. And, these Lings are not going to live forever. This Hellion now comes out and proves that point with all these Marines, SCVs, and Hellion taking out these Zerglings. I'm not sure if these Banelings are going to finish morphing or not. It looks like this one at least is going to go down. There's 3 Banelings here. Another one goes down. He got 1 little blast off to finish off that Hellion, but did not finish off those Marines. So Zenio's assault is now over. A barracks is already in place, finishing that wall off once again. So Zenio's going to need some more Banelings if he's going to be trying to do anything else here in the near future. SCV is already repairing this barracks up as well. But Zenio knows that for every front entrance, there is a back entrance. Well, not every front entrance, like Steps of War doesn't actually have a back entrance, but this map, Jungle Basin, certainly does. So he's going to take advantage of it, bring all his Lings around to the back, try and take out these destructible rocks, which have 2,000 HP, take absolutely forever for just Lings to kill, and the only units that Zenio has available are Lings and Banelings. Banelings, of course, you don't want to waste on those destructible rocks when you don't need to. Roachhorn is coming up now, though, so at least it'll give him a little bit of a future option. This hatch is now up. Let's look at the harvester count. Since both players did lose a decent number of workers, it looks like Top is slightly behind Zenio, 27 to 29, but he does have these mules to help make up for it. There you see the mineral count and the gas count both in Top's favor because he does have 4 refineries pumping away. And Zenio, I'm sure, only has 2. Yep, only 2. None at this natural expansion just yet. The Hellions from top are now arriving at the front door of Zenio. Are they going to be able to score a lot of Zergling kills? It looks like if they manage to get them lined up like that, they might, but the Zerglings do get this around there at the bottom and take those out. No big deal. Zenio still ahead on worker count, 33 to 31. But you can see his minerals just starting to peak up over top while those mules are down. There's still 2 mules going though. Anyway, Ling's circling back around the back toward the destructible rock area of top. He's got 2 Marines positioned here that will be able to shoot away at these Lings and eventually thin them out. So Zenio's going to have to find the sweet spot on the rocks. It looks like he has with these 4 Lings, but top is just going to move them to the very edges and see how many Lings he can kill. Might be able to hit all of these actually. No, this Ling here still at full health. That last one is going to go down, but the sweet spot for Jungle Basin is 1 Zergling wide against Marines, and look at that, he's doing 2 damage per claw to that thing. It will take eons to kill that off, but now some roaches are arriving. Obviously they're ranged, they don't need a sweet spot, so they're going to help take out these rocks as well. More roaches coming constantly from the main and natural of Zenio. He does not have a lair started anywhere yet, and there is a cloaked Banshee in his natural already killing drones. I can't believe that. He's actually building more Banshees if you look up there at the production tab. So this Banshee just has lots of drones queued up. There's no detection anywhere here. There's a spore crawler being built, but I think this Banshee might actually run out of energy before that spore crawler even finishes. The destructible rocks up there at the top are finished, so I'm going to switch to picture-in-picture here at 1526 or so. And the roaches and banelings move in, able to take out a lot of Marines there. This roach in the back here needs to keep up, but lots of tanks going down now. SCVs being pulled to repair and to attack. Looks like the last few remaining roaches are going to be surrounded by SCVs, held in place for those Marines to finish off. Only 1 roach left here. Of course, he's not going to be surviving much longer if he's on his own. It looks like that something happened to that Banshee now. It looks like he was warded away, but he does have... Oh, that's a new Banshee. He's only got 1 kill and only 5 HP. But Zenio now continuing his assault, able to kill off that supply depot. Another Banshee arrives here at the front to help defend for top. There's no anti-air in this area, no queens or spore crawlers in the area to help defend against this Banshee if he chose to cloak, but he doesn't even need to cloak. He just basically kills everything that can't hit back. These queens came over here and did finish off this Banshee that was just idling here, but that first Banshee did get quite a lot of damage done before the spore crawler came up and killed it off. Now Alera is morphing, so Zenio will be able to try and get some Overseers to help defend against Banshees, but now that Zenio's invested so much army in that backdoor attack, top actually should have an advantage here, 92 to 55 supply. Look at units lost randomly. Sometimes I like to click it. Both resources identical. Wow, couldn't have picked a better time for that. But top with a much larger army now means that he is going to be going on the offensive, trying to kill off the rest of Zenio's fighting units and eventually just win the game here. We'll see if he's able to do that. The Banshee cloaks. There are no Overseers available. That lair's still not done. The Banshee is going to be such a huge asset in this attack if he can just stay away from the spore crawlers, which of course with that mobility, that flying unit will be able to evade spore crawlers pretty easily. There he even manages to tag a queen. Now there's, even if he stays out of range of the spore crawler's shots and only in visibility, there's nothing there that can attack him. So Banelings, Lings, killing off Marines, trying to at least, softening them up with tank fire. Tanks doing a good job staying away from killing his own Marines. Now it looks like Zenio's in a really bad position. He's down to only 47 supply against 116 of top. Top could actually just be reinforcing. It looks like he's keeping everything balled up just outside his main. Now he's starting to move across the mini-map there towards Zenio's base. Zenio really doesn't have a lot left here. I'm not sure how much longer this is going to last. He's pulling drones here away from these Marines to try and finish them off, but Zenio is going to be the victor here, or no, the loser here as he GG's this single Banshee here with 23 kills. That's the only unit top really needed. This is really one of the first times we've seen it in this entire best of 5 series, and it just caught Zenio off guard. He had no detection available. Banshee's just killed way too much stuff. If we look at the end there at the harvester count, he was down to 34 harvesters against top's 60. Top showing some really good Terran versus Zerg play, unrelenting strategy there with the every game starting with bunkers and Marines and basically every game, switching into siege tanks and marines, leapfrogging them forward. It seems to be a very, very solid tactic against Zerg players. Even when a lot of Mutalisks showed up, those marines were able to stem up and take those out to defend the tanks, and the tanks, of course, have utter ground domination. So Top shows us a little bit of how to play TVZ, and now Top has moved into the finals of the Kaspersky StarCraft 2 New Year's Invitational. I haven't cast the other semifinal yet, so I'm not sure who he's playing, but stick around on my channel. I'll be casting the rest of them, so you'll see them in the very near future.